and it does look as though Enzo Maresca is very likely to become Chelsea's new head coach. These are the papers in England. Blues make ends meet. Blues tie up loose ends. So everyone going with the same old pun there when it comes to Enzo Maresca. But when it comes to you two guys, the last time we actually saw you, Kieran McKenna was the front runner. Things have changed somewhat.
The front runner for Man United and Chelsea, but you know he's at a club where he's progressing in Ipswich and his stock's high, and that would have been a big risk for one so inexperienced. I believe he signed a new contract there, so he's staying. It'll still be tough for him to stay in the Premier League, but at least he's got some stability there. This is Chelsea all over, isn't it? This is Chelsea all over. I mean, Enzo Maresca has had one season, right? One season at Leicester City. Yes, they got promoted. They had an unbelievable amount of points. But they went down. The three teams that went down, two of them came straight back up. And Leeds obviously didn't come up because they're playing Southampton. So that tells you they're already the strongest teams in the division. And they come back up as a team that finished 18th in the Premier League. So they were the third worst team to go down. They weren't Southampton, who were at the bottom. So what does that tell you? It tells you that, you know, all right, it's not as simple as that all round. You go down, you come back up. But it tells you they were one, if not the strongest squad in the Premier League, in the Championship. And he's had 1 year and now he's walking into the Chelsea job. That tells you everything you need to know about Chelsea, doesn't it?
I was listening to Gab last night and he used the word pliable. I think that was the word he used. Manipulatable is probably a better word because that seems...
I'm not sure that's a word.
It is now.
Who, the board?
Manipulatable.
Who's manipulatable?
Maresca. You know, they've had Tuchel, who's won a Champions League. They've had the young guy in Potter, who's had success in the Premier League. Then they get Poch, the so-called, this is the guy. They get rid of him as well. And all the arguments, certainly that Gab and I had, was about they're looking for somebody who they can manipulate. I think that's a word.
I think manipulatable is actually a word.
So that's what this looks like. This absolutely looks like a guy who... If Vincent Kompany can get the Bayern Munich job, then there's no reason why this guy can't get a Chelsea job.
So he's a yes man, is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying a yes man, I'm saying exactly what I meant. He can be manipulated by the people above. Because they've basically come out and said it. Gab said that's what they've been talking about. They need somebody... They've got a plan and they want to do things a certain way and they need a manager who's aligned with them. If that doesn't say manipulate, I don't know what does.
He's unlikely to throw a strop, is he?
So that suits them then, having a head coach and letting them do their part of it.
So what are they going to do if they fail?
But it goes back to the initial point. This is Chelsea. This is trying to get amongst the elite again, and not only in English football, but in European football. And they're hiring a manager who was sacked at Parma, and his only other job as a manager in Serie B, by the way, he got dismissed. He was... And here's, I think, what is probably one of the things that's happened here out with the Leicester City job for a year, is somebody's told these... I need to choose the word for the Chelsea hierarchy carefully. Muppets. I thought about it, and then I thought about going down a different route, and I chose not to do that. Somebody's told them, because they don't know, most of them, oh, this guy worked with Pep. Look at Arteta, he worked with Pep. Others, they work with Pep. Okay, this is what we'll do. Another Pep disciple. And it's such a big job at Chelsea. And I'm not... Look, it might work. But I go back to it. Where's the credentials to get this Chelsea job? 1 year at Leicester City, a team that were arguably the favourites to come back up, having finished the strongest of the three when they were...
Still not easy to get back out of the Championship.
No, it's not easy, but you telling me one year getting promoted with a Premier League squad is the remit to get the Chelsea job. That's what I'm saying. So good luck to him. You know, I'm not saying I don't care either way. I'm just giving you the facts of the scenario here.
I would love to have seen I actually didn't. I'm sure there was. I would love to have seen the press conference when somebody asked, you know, why are you signing? Why is Maresca the man for the job? The press conference wouldn't have taken long, would it? I mean, really, why? Are we just talking that he got promoted with a team that, no question, should have been fighting for promotion just because of the squad they had? that is enough to get the Chelsea job? I mean, after that, what is it? What's the big deal? What is the big reason that you get Maresca?
Because there's nothing official yet, obviously. We can maybe ask our journalists to ask that question.
The other thing is, you know, I think...
You never answered the question, though. Do you know what I mean? There's not...
Yeah.
After what was Craig's just brought up about getting promoted, there's no other reason. There's not one other. Well, this is Chelsea. This is a team that were perennial, going for Champions League and Premier Leagues. Definitely, no question, being fourth, getting in the top four was just about acceptable. But now they're going and signing a guy who's got absolutely no real CV of any real note.